So the other night I had a dream, and I was in a small, it looked like a dorm room or apartment, and there was um, a young guy there. I think that he was a college student. His name was Alex, and his whole family was there. So he had an older sister and two parents, and his mom and dad, and then they were all grieving and sad, and I felt that one of his aunts had passed away, and his whole family was grieving over that, and there was also something in their family that they didn't have enough money to send him to college, so he had to move out of that dorm room or that apartment, and he had a big dog, and he didn't know what to do with the dog. So I was there and I offered to take the dog in and take care of the dog. So I did, and we were on the 7th or 8th floor, and so I asked him how to get out, and he told me to go downstairs and go to room 134. And so I took the elevator downstairs to the first floor, and I was walking around and trying to find room 134. And the first floor, it wasn't like an apartment building or a dorm room, but it was like a government building, and it almost seemed like an airport. So I was walking around, and it was obvious that I wasn't supposed to have this dog with me. So I didn't know what to do, and the only thing I can think of was to pretend that I was blind and that it was a guide dog. So I was walking around with the dog on a leash, and the dog, it was very friendly and it was nice, but it wasn't very obedient or disciplined. And it was walking all over the place, and it didn't act like a guide dog. But I had no choice, and I had to, follow the dog wherever it went. And eventually we walked all around the building, and we got to room 134, and it was like a passport office, and I had to, for some reason they couldn't find me, and I had to renew my passport. So there was a stack of files on the desk of the receptionist, and I saw mine there. So there was I would say a young woman, a young South Asian woman, and she was working as the receptionist, and she pulled my file out, and then she filed the proper paperwork, and then I had to wait there for them to get everything set. And while I waited, she said that I could grab a seat, so I grabbed a seat and I sat at that table. And so we had to wait for a while, and then while we were waiting, she put her head down, and it looked like she was crying and that she was sad. So I could tell that she was depressed, that she was desperate, that she looked hopeless. So I started to witness to her and tell her about Jesus, and that's where the dream.
What did you say to her?
Oh, I wanted to get her attention, so she looked sad and her head was down. So I said, "Oh, I know someone who loves you." And then she looked up and she's like, "Oh, who?" And then I said, "Oh, he loved you so much that he died for you." And then she asked who it was. So I told her that it was Jesus, and I told her about the gospel and I witnessed her.